the term of the sequence denoted by UN equals A plus n minus 1 times D. Yeah, we have this, and the sum, yeah, which we will cover today, is equal to n over 2 times A plus the last term, UN, or n over 2 times 2A plus n minus 1 times D. Yeah? Okay, for geometric sequence, we have what is called a common ratio, yeah, denoted by R. Yeah, this is the ratio or the perbandingan, ya, perbandingan. Ratio of two consecutive terms in the sequence. So you can write it down as U2 divided by U1, or U3 divided by U2. Yeah, U4 divided by U3, U5 divided by U4, and so on. Yeah. And in general, this is this is R. So in general, R equals U n by UN. Yeah. And yeah, so UN the term. So yeah, so that's what this means. So the nth term. So if you want to find a term in the geometric sequence, you can find by using this A times R to the power of n minus 1, and the sum Sn equals A times 1 minus R to the power of n divided by 1 minus R, yeah. Or we can swap the 1 and R. So this is also equal to A times R to the power of n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. Okay, so this is the same thing, and these two formula will give the same thing. Yeah, it's just usually we use this one. Usually we use this one if R is less than 1. Yeah? Why? Yeah. Yeah, the point is to avoid negative. Yeah, to avoid negative. So it will be more convenient if we don't have negative, right? So that's why we have these two formula. But they are exactly the same, and you can. Yeah, for geometric, sum or sum of geometric sequence, you can yeah, you can do yeah, you will do well, yeah, if even if you just memorize one of this, yeah, not both. But for arithmetic, these two formula have yeah, if we have what we have in the problems, then you sometimes we will use this one, and sometimes we will use this one. Yeah. Okay, so that's the sum, yeah, of a geometric sequence. Okay, and for geometric sequence, we have another one, which is the sum to infinity. Okay, or as infinity, yeah, something like this. So the sum to infinity equals A divided by 1 minus R, and yeah, we'll cover the sum of arithmetic sequence, the sum of geometric sequence, and the infinite sum of geometric sequence today, inshallah. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with arithmetic sequence. Yeah, so I think we can start with some ground. Yeah, like how do we get those formula? How do we get those formula? Basically, yeah, if we have S of n, Sn, yeah, which means U1, the first term, plus the second term, plus the third term, and so on until the nth term. So sum of the first n term, yeah, so from the first term until the nth term. Okay. Yeah, for an arithmetic sequence, yeah, for an arithmetic sequence, to find sum, we can do some algebra, yeah, to find to conclude, yeah, the formula, this formula. So we start with something like this. Yeah, we start with something like this. So S of Sn, the sum of the first n term is U1 plus U2 plus U3 and so on. And because this is arithmetic, so U1, the first term is A plus, plus nothing, just A. And then the second term will be A plus D. The third term is A plus 2D, and so on. And the nth term, we can just plug in formula A plus n minus 1 times D, right? This. Yeah, so this is the sum. And is by first, from the last term, yeah. So yeah, if we have like 1 plus 2 plus 3, it's the same, as 3 plus 2 plus 1, yeah. So the order, if we change the order, it doesn't matter, right? So that's what we will do here. We change the order, so we start from here, the last one. And then the previous one, which is A plus so okay, n minus 1, so the previous one will be A plus n minus 2, times D. Yeah, and so on till we will add A plus D plus A. Yeah. So yeah, what we did was just we rewrite and we change the order, the order of the addition. Okay, so we start with the last one and then go back until the first one. So yeah, as you can see, we don't change anything other than the order, so the sum should stay the same, right? So this is Sn, this is Sn. Okay, so actually let's just use some numbers so that you can get what I am doing right now. Yeah, so if we have, for example, like S, S is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3, and this, if and we add all of this and we get some number, so that is S. Yeah, and then wait. Yeah. Okay, and then what I did here, what I did over here was to change, to change. So I start writing s down from 100, so 100 plus the previous one, 99, plus the previous one, 98, and so on until I get to 1. So as you can see, I only change the order, so the sum will not change, right? Okay. And that's why this is still S. Okay, the next step I will do is to add the two of them. So yeah, this is just like like elimination. I mean, we add both sides. So the left hand side we have s plus s is 2s, and on the right hand side we'll have 1 plus 100, 101, right? 101. Yeah, 101, and then 2 plus 99, 101. Yeah, 3 plus 98, also 101, and so on. Okay, so this is why we are doing this, because if we add them together, we'll get all the terms are the same. All the terms, all the sum, each term. If we add the first and the last term, we'll get the same thing. Okay, and so what is this? What is this? Yeah, let's look at this. So everything is 101, and we have 100 terms. So from 1 to 100, right? 1, 2, 3, and so on until 100. So here we also have 100 and 100 terms. Here we have, there is 100 terms. Yeah, so that's why this is equal to 100 times 101. Okay. Okay, so what now? Now we have 2s equals 100 times 101. So s equals 100 is 5050. And so that's one way, you can get the sum of an arithmetic sequence. Okay, any question? Oke, cukup jelas ya. Ya, sebenarnya mungkin kita langsung saja ke sininya. Okay, so what I did over here, we can generalize this. So what we did is we write down the sum. We write down all the terms in the sum, and then we rewrite the sum with reverse order. And then just like before, we add them up. We add all of them up, so we'll get 2s, or 2sn in this case, equals a plus blah, blah, blah. So we get 2a plus n minus 1 times d, right? Yeah, the each of these terms, each pair will add up to the same amount. So a plus this will get to a plus to n minus 1 times d, a plus d plus this, sorry, this is n minus 2. We'll get a plus a, again we'll have 2a. And then d plus n minus 2 times d is again n minus 1 times d, right? Yeah, and so on. So basically we get the same thing as this one. Yeah? We get the same thing as this one. So each term add up to the same number. And so, and we can see that there are, yeah, so we have from U1, the first term, until nth term. Yeah, so the total, in total, there are n terms. So we have n terms over here. There are n, so there are n terms in this case, and so that's why this is equal to n times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Yeah, and this is 2s, 2sn. So sn is this divided by 2, yeah. So we can write it down like this, n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 times d. Yeah, and this is what, and this is how we get the formula, yeah, this formula. This is how we get this formula. Sn equals n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1. Get the other one, this one. Yeah, it's simple actually, because as you can see, this is each term is 2a plus n minus 1d, yeah, including this one, and we know that this one is a plus the last term, yeah, which is un. So that's why this is also equal to n over 2 times a plus un. Yeah. And so that's how we get the formula. Yeah, and we will. I will about geometric. Yeah. Yeah, for geometric, this is not the same. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the method to get the sum of geometric series or geometric, the sum of geometric sequence is not the same as arithmetic one, because if you do the same thing, you will not get, you won't get something neat like this, yeah. If you are going to add up geometric series, geometric sequence. Yeah, and actually this is a bit, yeah, so basically when we want to find the sum of geometric series, geometric sequence, then this is Sn. This is just like before, we add up from the first term, U1. Yeah, so from the first term to the last term, and we know that this in geometric sequence, this is A plus A R plus AR squared, and so on, yeah, until AR to the power of n minus 1. So this is how we get, this is if you expand, yeah, if you expand the sum, yeah, or the series. Okay, so what can we do? Oke, untuk geometrik sebenarnya agak sulit ya karena kalian belum ini polinomial, belum belajar polinomial. Yeah, but basically what we can do is, because all terms have a, since all terms have a in the terms, yeah, we can factor out A. Yeah, so we can factor out A, and we'll get A times 1 plus R squared, and so on, until R to the power of -1. Yeah, so basically, if we multiply this, yeah, you can try if if you have like sometimes, yeah, 1 plus R plus R plus R squared, and so on. If we multiply by 1 minus R, you will get well, that's why here we can multiply with 1 minus R. We can multiply by 1 minus R divided by 1 minus R, yeah. So if we multiply this one with 1 minus R, we will get, yeah, we'll get A times this is this one, yeah, 1 minus R to the power of n, and then divided by 1 minus R, yeah. So that's how you get the formula, yeah, for geometric sequence. Okay, but yeah, again, probably this is not very convincing to you. Yeah, because you haven't learned about polynomial, but that's how it is, yeah. Yeah, so basically, yeah, we get the formula, which is what we want. And to get to the other formula, we just need to multiply. So this one is the first one. And if we multiply by -1 over -1, so we don't change anything. Yeah? We just want to change the form. If we multiply by -1, we will get, yeah, -1. Okay, let's start with the denominator. Kita mulai dari penyebutan dulu ya. 1 minus R times 1. So 1 times -1 is -1. Negative R times -1 is R, yeah. So we'll have -1 plus R or R minus 1, yeah. So that's the denominator. And basically we do the same for the numerator. So A, and then 1 minus R to the power of n times -1 is R to the power of n minus 1. Yeah. So that's how you get, yeah, the other one. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, this is basically the same thing, ya. Jadi sebenarnya dua rumus ini sama saja, bedanya cuma negatifnya gitu ya. Okay. Yeah, we usually use this one if R is less than 1, ya. Why? Because you will get positive, ya. Artinya kita pakai ini kalau R-nya kurang dari 1 supaya nanti 1 min R-nya positif gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya R-nya setengah, 1 kurang R jadi setengah gitu ya. Kalau R sepertiga, kurangnya jadi 2/3, jadi tidak negatif gitu. But that doesn't mean you cannot use the other one, ya. So yeah, it doesn't really matter which one you are using, ya, because you will get same thing. Okay, for arithmetic sequence series, if you have all the information, but in some problems, yeah, they will not give you an example like this. Yeah, so let's say the sum of the sum of the terms or sum of the sequence, yeah. Sequence, let's say, yeah, or the arithmetic sequence, yeah. 1 and then 3, 5, and so on until let's say until 37 is titik, yeah. Okay, so in this case, as you can see, we have this sequence 1, 3, 5, and so on until 37. So we can find D which is 2, yeah. The difference is 2, and then we have A equals 1. But yeah, in this case, we don't have N, yeah. Okay, mungkin yang ini deh. Okay, let me change the problem a bit. The sum of the arithmetic sequence, the sum of the first yeah, like first 20 terms, yeah. Yeah, of an arithmetic sequence. This arithmetic sequence is titik, ya. Soalnya saya ganti seperti itu. Okay, now we want to find the sum of the first 20 terms. So we have A, which is 1. Mungkin saya geser ke sini. Yeah, sum of the first 20 term. Nah, so in this case, what we have is A is the first term, so A equals 1. And then we have D, we have the difference. Difference is, yeah, the difference, yeah, so 3 minus 1 or 5 minus 3, which is 2. Which is 2. And then we have the number of terms, yeah, the number of terms are n. N equals 20. And that's why to find the first term, it is faster, yeah, to use this one. So the sum of the first 20 terms, so S20, so n equals 20, yeah, n equals 20, so S20 is 20 divided by 2 times 2a, 2 times 1, plus n minus 1, so 19, yeah, times d, times 2. Yeah, so yeah, this is 240, yeah, 400, yeah. So you will get you can get the sum quickly by using the first one, yeah, because you have you have A, you have N, you have D, and you can use this one directly. Yeah, sometimes in the problem you are given the last term as well, yeah. You are given the last term, and then then you can use this one, yeah. Okay, can I use this one for this problem? Yes, you can, but you have to find the nth term, ya. You have to find UN first. Jadi kalau kalian mau pakai rumus yang ini di soal ini bisa, tapi cari dulu UN-nya. Jadi kerja 2 kali gitu ya. Cari UN-nya, setelah ketemu baru masukkan ke sini, baru dapat. Jadi lebih panjang gitu ya. Ya, so yeah, that is one example. So, okay. Okay, next example, we will use the last example, yeah, that, I mean, in the last meeting, if you remember, I want to give you an example from past papers, but I cancel it because we haven't discussed about sum of arithmetic and geometric sequence. Oke, sebentar. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so the first next example, sometimes you will also get the term, you find the difference maybe or the number of terms, yeah. So let's say the last term of a sequence of an arithmetic sequence is let's say 152. Yeah, the last term of arithmetic sequence is 152, and let's say there are sorry, the first term is 7, let's say. Yeah, then what is the sum? And the sum is the degree, misalnya seperti ini. Okay, so we have the last term, we have the first term. So to find the sum, in this case, I think we can use both. Yeah, we can use both formula. Okay, let's see. To to find this one, if you are going to use this one, yeah, I mean, if you are going to use either of the formula, you will need to find the number of terms, yeah. So that's the first one. You need the number of terms, and then okay, you have A, you have D, yeah. Oh no, you don't have D. Okay, sorry. Ya, kurang dari berarti. Ya, sebentar. Yeah, the first term 7, and then let's say the R 30 terms. 30 terms in the sequence. In the sequence. What is the sum? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the last term is 152, so we have UN. And then the first term is 7, so U1 or A, yeah, A is 7. Yeah. And then if there are 30 terms, that means N equals 30. And actually this becomes U30, yeah. The second, what is the sum? So to find the sum, yeah, if you want to use this one, if you are going to use this one, then first you have to find the difference, yeah, the difference of the terms in the sequence. Yeah, instead, in this case, I can use this one to get the sum directly, yeah? So N over 2 Sn or S30 equals N over 2 times A plus UN. So N is 30, and then A is 7, and UN is U30, yeah, U30, so 152. Yeah, and so, sorry, 30 divided by 2. So you just need to calculate this one. You will get 150 or times 30 divided by 2. So if we multiply by 30, we'll get 4,770 divided by 2. So this is 2, 3. Yeah, so we get the sum of the finding the D. Yeah, so that's why just like I said before, we have this two formula. We have these two formula, and we use them. Yeah, we use the formula, the one that we need. Yeah. So what information we had, then yeah, we look at the formula and we decide, yeah, which one that we are going to use. Yeah. Yeah, of course you can use both, but yeah, if you don't want to bother with like deciding which one, you just want to memorize one of the formula, then yeah, you can do that. But then sometimes, yeah, sometimes it will be result, sometimes you will like find some more information to before you can use it. Any questions about? Okay, so last one. So the last thing that I want to talk about today is infinite. Halo, tadi apakah bertanya? Oke, kita lanjut ya berarti. Yeah, so the last one is infinite geometric series, or infinite geometric sum. Yeah, geometric sum or geometric series. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gave you the formula. So for an infinite geometric sum, you will have S infinity, or sometimes it's just we just write it down as. Yeah, write it down as S. So S equals A over 1 minus R. Yeah. And R is between -1 R is between -1 yeah. Okay, and why is that? Carefully, yeah. The first I have, yeah, first this is called convergence, yeah. So if we have an infinite series or infinite sum, yeah, then there are two possibilities. The first one is that the series or the sum converge, or the other possibilities it will diverge, yeah. Yeah, so if an infinite series or infinite sum converge, then we say that it has a sum. Yeah? So let's just look at some examples. Yeah, for example, yeah, let's say 1, 2, 4, 8, and so on. Yeah, so this is a geometric sum, right? What is the ratio? Yeah, the ratio is low. Are you still following? Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, Mister.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I have this geometric series or geometric sequence. So what is the ratio in this sequence?
2.
Yeah, 2, yeah. 2. Why? Because we multiply by 2 for each term, yeah, to get to the next term. So the ratio is 2. And now we want to consider the sum, their infinite sum. So 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 and so on. Yeah. Okay, what do you think the sum will be? So basically, yeah, you don't have to you can see directly that 1, 2, 4, 8 and so on. Basically, because there are infinite terms, then the sum will go to infinity as well, right? In this case, okay, kita selesaikan dulu ya. In this case, we don't. This is not we are interested about because basically we cannot find their sum. But something like this. Let's see. So for example, 1 and then 1/2 and so on. This is a geometric series, a geometric sequence with ratio 1/2. In this case, in this case, we can actually find the sum. We can actually find their sum to infinity, the sum of this sequence to infinity. So what will the sum be? Let's look at. Okay, let's do something like this. So let's use something like a number line like this. We have 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So like to find the sum, let's first use this to help us. So what I'll do is something like this. So first we have 1. We start from 0, and then we have 1. So it's over here. 1, and then if I add 1/2, then the next term will be 1/2, which is this. So the length is half the length of the first one, right? This 1/2. And we'll get 1 plus 1/2, which is 3/2 or 1.5, over here. So what we are going to do is we add all the terms and put them on these number lines, like 1 plus 1/2 and then 1/4 and so on. And then basically the length from the first one until the last one will be their sum, right? So for example, this will be from 0 to this point will be the sum of 1 plus 1/2. Then if we add another one, which is half the length of the second one, something like this. This is 1/4. And the length from 0 to this point will be the same as until this point. Sorry. From 0 until this point will be the same as the sum of 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/4. And we can go on and on. So we add the next term 118. So 18 is has the length half the length of this one. So it's around here, something like this. And then we add the next one 1/16, and so on. So what you will get is from 0 to the last one. You can see you can actually see that from 0 to 1. Okay, for the first term, the sum is just 1. And then if we add the second term, we'll have 1 plus 1/2 is 1.5, and then plus 1/4 we'll get 1.75, and so on. And if you look at this, at the number line, what you do is you add 1/2. So what you add, so every time you add a term, so let's repeat. So every time you add a term, you start from 0 and you add 1, and then next you add 1/2. So when you add 1, let's say, then you add half the length from 0 to 2, and then the remaining length is from 1 to 2. And when you add 1/2, you actually cover half the length, of the remaining one. Okay, so now we only have from 1.5 to 2, and then when you add 1/4, you actually cover another half, Okay, and then the next for the next term. You only have from this to 2, and when you add 1/8, you actually you cover half the length of this one, So it continues on and on. And basically what you will have, so you will have the more terms you add, you will get closer and closer to 2, right? So let me write that down. So from 1, we start from 1. So S1, S1 is 1. S2 is 1 plus 1/2. This is 1.5. 1.5. And then if we add 3 terms, 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/4, this is equal to 1.75. And then the fourth sum of the if we add the fourth term, then we'll have 1.5 plus 1/4 plus 1/8, which is let's see, 875, and so on. If you add more and more terms, it will get closer to 0, and as you can see from the number line, it will never actually go to 2. It will get closer and closer to 2. So it will get closer and closer to 2, but never actually reach 2. And if you add a lot of terms, you will actually get very close to 2. And that's why in this case, the sum is actually 2. So this is the principle of like yeah, why we can add up infinite number of terms. Yeah. So in general, that's why the number, the ratio must be less than 1, yeah, or more accurately between -1 and 1, because if we add something, yeah, between -1 and 1, yeah, if the ratio, I mean, if the ratio is between -1 and 1, then you will get something like this, yeah. So you will like for the first term and then the next term, you will add something which is yeah, which is what we call converge, yeah. So it will converge to some value, in this case 2. But if R is greater than or equal to 1, or less than or equal to 1, -1, sorry, then the value, the sum, will will not converge to a number, yeah, to something, yeah. So it will go very big or very small, like it goes to infinity or negative infinity, yeah. Yeah, so how do we get so to find the terms, or to find the sum of infinite sequence, or to find the infinite sum, use this formula, and you have to make sure that the ratio is between -1 and 1. Yeah, so that's all for today. Any question before I close? If not, then let's close today's meeting with hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. And kafaratul majelis, ya. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Yeah, thank you for attending today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mister.
Thank you, Mister.
Okay.